Hey, it's your man Bonjay 3 for Successful Convicts, and Successful Convicts stand up. Ex-convicts stand up, because you're about to be successful. Because how? I'm about to tell you how. Now, I've already gave you a video telling you about how credit is life, and how you need to get your credit together and get your life together, and they go hand in hand, coincide together. So now, if you're on that credit journey like me to get your credit straight, I'm about to tell you one for sure fire way of making that happen. And it's not even that hard. It's so easy that even I can do it. Not only can I do it, but I did it. And I'm about to tell you how I did it, and it was so smooth. But first and foremost, you know the procedure. Like the video. Make a comment. Hit that subscribe button. Hey, while you're hitting all these buttons, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can know when I'm making all these new videos, because I'm coming hard for 2023. It's 2022, but I'm coming hard for the new year. I'm about to put some people's lives back on track as they walk with me, getting my life back on track. Yeah, I'm not gonna lead you to I'm not gonna point to the water and tell you where it's at. I'm actually walking to the water to go take a drink myself. So follow me along as we get this thing done. So, the Navy Federal Credit Union pledge loan. I have to say it slow because I don't want to mumble my word. Now, as you see, I know it's daytime now. If you saw in the beginning, I was very, very tired, very sleepy. Just came home from work. Another story. But anyway, I want to say this. This is not a hack. This is a play. It's the difference between a hack and a play. A hack is like a loophole. A play is just a move that you make to get results. So, putting you up on this Navy Federal Credit Union pledge loan play. So, this is what I did. I just did this yesterday. Now, if you like me, you watch several videos on this. You know, do it this way, do it that way. This gonna happen, that gonna happen. That's not what I experienced. So, like I told you, I'm gonna let you do these things as I do them, because I'm in the credit rebuilding phase. I'm not up there with my credit. Hey, I got letters right here from the IRS talking about taxes that I owe. Not there yet, but I'm getting there. So if you follow me, which I hope you are, following the channel, like the video, leaving comments on what you think or different things that you might know that might have changed, please. It helps the algorithm, which I don't have to tell you that. Y'all know that. But just do it anyway, because it helps the community that I'm trying to build with ex-offenders, ex-felons to be successful. That's what the whole Successful Convict movement is about. As I was told, or kind of like told from different videos, Navy Federal Credit Union already knows that these plays are made to help build your credit. So let me tell you how mine went. I got on my Navy Federal Credit Union app, and I went to the different products they have, the different loans and stuff like that. But I've looked up, because I was a little bit confused in which exact loan it was that I was trying to get, because I was under the impression that it's not technically called a pledge loan, but pledge loan is what it is. When you call, they know exactly what you're talking about. So, called Navy Federal, and I told him, hey, I'm trying to get a pledge loan. So he's like, cool. So you're gonna have to go through the process. They're gonna have to confirm that it's you, and if you're like me, you have a password that you use when you're doing on the phone transactions. Luckily, I remembered, because I was trying to figure out what's my password. So you're gonna have to go through a verification process. They gotta make sure it's you, and that's a great thing, because it helps with the scam stuff that's going on. So they're gonna make sure it's you first. So once I got through that, boom, talk to the lady. So she said, okay, you're trying to do a pledge loan, I'm gonna transfer you over to another place. Transfer me over to another guy. First one was a lady, this one was a guy, great guy. I think he was in Atlanta somewhere. Another great guy, another great person that works there. So far, I've never encountered bad people when dealing with the customer service. So to me, they got the thumbs up with the customer service. So now for those impatient people that's rushing, don't like to deal with, I got to do this, I got to do that. Man, why can't I just go through it? Because of scammers. So I had to go through another verification process a little bit, but it's all my information. It's all me. No problem. I like the security because it makes me know that at least you're secure enough that somebody else is not going to just get into my account. Because one thing I don't like is when I have a hard time getting to my account that's been compromised. And it's like you let somebody else get into my account, but I'm having trouble because I can't remember all the previous cars I own or all the different addresses. You know how they ask those questions. Which one of these addresses have you been known to live at? All those type of questions. And they go way back. And it's like, sometimes I can't remember because I've owned over 30 vehicles. I can't remember if I own this type of vehicle. Some vehicles, like I've owned a lot of Caprices, I own a lot of Malibus, I own a lot of Cutlasses, but sometimes you got those one time I had a Chrysler this, and I don't remember until after I answer the question wrong. And I have to go through all the steps to prove that I'm me, where somebody else's scammer just got through and compromised my account. Anyway, go through the process. So first things first, you have to say what amount you want to pledge. Now, this is where what I've found is different. So when you pledge the amount, I was told that you can stretch it out for as far as you want. Not the case, I found out. I started off with $1,000 because I had $1,000 in my savings that I was planning on using for this anyway. Now, he asked how long did I want to stretch it out. I said 72 months. So he said, great, okay. What did he say? Because when he asked how long I wanted to stretch it out, I said, well, what's the longest I can stretch it out? And he said, man, you have to tell me. So I went with the longest. I said 72 months. So he said, okay. Did that. Boom. He told me my payments. The payments was going to be like, I think, $70 some a month. Something like that. It was something low, something like that. I can't exactly remember. I should have wrote it down. But it don't matter anyway, because what I've come to find out, because he gave me a call back, only pledged $1,000. The maximum amount of time you can do $1,000 is 12 months. Had I did 1,500, because I asked what's the longest, had I did 1,500, I can do 24 months. But, when it comes to this type of stuff, you have to do some research and make sure that what I'm telling you is correct by asking the people who are doing it, who will have the definite answer because they're the one that's doing it. So it's my understanding that if you do 1,500 or more, then, it goes, the more you do, the longer you can stretch it out. But I do know that the next step up to go to 24 months is 1,500. So I'll be doing that next time, but I'm gonna just roll with 1,000. So I had to confirm some more stuff, my address, date of birth, last four of my social, send me an email, and he gave me the process. He had to do his part where, the part where it's recorded and go through these. I had to answer questions. Yes, okay, cool. He asked, now this is another thing too. He asked me, what was the purpose of this loan? I kind of was shook a little bit because I didn't know what to say. So I said, for bills. So he said, all right, cool. So on that call back, when he called me back to inform me that he was incorrect and that the longest I could stretch the loan amount out for was 12 months, he also explained to me, he said, well, a lot of people use this loan as a way to rebuild credit. So that's when, because I had got comfortable with him, that's why I came clean. I said, hey, honestly, that was my purpose, but I didn't want to give the wrong answer. So that's a gem to you. There is no wrong answer when you're dealing with Navy Federal. They're there to help you. Like he told me out of his mouth, we're here to help you. We're here to help you build your credit. We're here to help build a relationship, a working relationship with you. Because when you win, we win. And the goal is for us all to win. Man, that was music to my ears because you really don't hear that from banks. You don't hear it from banks. They don't say, we want you to win so we can win and we all win. I mean, not to say what their agenda is, but you just never really hear that. And like he was saying, he actually told me that now he was giving me a job, and it's just personal. He was like, I'm giving you a job. Your job is now to go help others and gain financial literacy. And that really was heartfelt to me because that's my goal. I want to get people financially literate because I know being in prison, the federal prison, totally, sometimes depend on the crime with the state. But we all out there breaking the rules and breaking the laws to get money. And a lot of times we get money, but we don't know what to do with it. I come from the old school way of thinking that cash is king. But it's not, because there's only so much stuff that you can buy with cash without having a track of that cash. Like in my other video, when I was talking about credit is life, I explained how you have to account for every dollar when you're going through the home buying process. And that's a lot of things with life. Like, even with buying cars and stuff like that, when, back in my balling days, it was always that financer or that person that can fudge the paperwork and make it happen with your cash. You put so much down, which you wind up paying more cash because they charging you to do this process to, manipulate the paperwork, which is not the right way to do stuff because it always comes back to bite you in the behind. Always. If it ain't today, it's tomorrow. If it ain't tomorrow, it's next year. If it ain't next year, you never know when it's going to be. Or worst come to worst, you pass and go away and it's left on your family, your estate to deal with. So we trying to do things the right way. That way we ain't got to look over our shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So then he sent me an email. So now I just got through handling the email. I didn't do it yesterday, ripping and running. The email, I had to sign, e-sign some papers. You type in your initial and I had to type in my name. I had to type in my name as it was printed, which I'm going to give them a call today because it was printed wrong. So I typed in as it was printed. So now I'm just waiting on the money to get deposited into my account. It's kind of, I'm explaining this process as I go through it, like I said, because it's like you pledging, a pledge loan is you pledging a certain amount of money and you borrowing against that money. So all they doing is they freezing that amount of money that you pledge to loan you the money. And then in 30 days, I'm going to pay 90%, which is $900. I'm going to pay that back to the loan. So they'll unfreeze $900 of my money or put that money back into my account, however you want to do it or say it. But it's the same thing. So I'll have $900 back available in my account. And then that other 10%, I'll pay at the end. Or seeing that it's only a year, I might just let it take the money out because the money option for having the money taken out of the same savings account that is in. So they'll just automatically take it out, which I opted is due on the 22nd of each month. So I opted to take it out on the 20th because I don't want to mess around. But the money will be sitting there, so it'll be there anyway. But just, to get in the habit of doing stuff before it's due, so that way if any problems come, you can iron them out before that due date. So they'll be taking the money out. It's on auto ride. I don't really have to do nothing. It's only for a year, but it gives me a year is enough to make a mark, an impact, a statement on my credit profile. So I'll have that at the end where it says that I took out a loan, because it won't say that, well, he took out a loan, but we use his money as collateral. It won't say all that. It'll just be on your credit profile as you took out a loan, you paid timely payments, no late payments, and if you choose, you paid it off early. But you want to let it sit in there for at least 12 months or a little bit longer. When I say a little bit, I mean like 14, 16 months before you totally pay it and close it out. If you put in more and you have a longer span period to pay it back. So that's how I did it. So as I'm going through it, like I said, I just did the paperwork. So I'm looking for the money to be released into my account or seeing a difference in my account where the loan is on there and it's showing that you know, this, that, and the other, it'll be in my account. Maybe, I don't know, 24 hours, maybe a couple hours. I'll check again in a couple hours. But going through the process. So I did my first step toward making an imprint on my credit profile. And that's how I did it. Let's see, anything else that I need to mention? That's about it. Just, man, if you don't have Navy Federal, try it with your credit union. Talk to your credit union, talk to your bank, and just mention this process of a pledge loan and explain to them what it is. Tell them, hey, I want to take an amount of my money and I want to use it as collateral towards a loan from you guys. But when I borrow this money, as I pay it back, I want the amount that I pay back to be released back into my account. That's the gist of it. Now, everything else as far as the maturity of the loan, which means how long the loan lasts, the amounts, all that varies. That's on you, that's on them. As far as how long they'll stretch the loan out, is on them. As far as the amount is on you. You can work the details out. But that's the gist of a loan. I'm sure some banks might call this type of loan they might have a certain name for it. This bank might have a certain name for it, credit union, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure it'll work because banks are in the business of loaning money. They're not in the business of real estate. They're not in the business of cars. Yeah, they'll repo your car if you don't pay the money that you borrow from them to buy it. They'll repo the house, but that's not their business. Their business is money. So there you have it. Get with your people, get with your personal financial institution, or get with Navy Federal Credit Union. And I'm not a sponsor of Navy Federal Union. Maybe one day I can be, have an affiliate link where I send people to them. But as of now, I'm not. It's just a great institution. They do great business from what I've experienced so far. And man, it's all kind of ways to get into that. I have more videos on that later. But for now, you know what I need you to do. If you ain't already done it, and if you ain't already done it, I really want to ask you why. Why haven't you? But we're not going to get into that, right? Need you to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so that you can get notified when I make new videos. I'm always trying to do a short a day, some type of inspirational, because we need motivation. We need inspiration. We need to know that, hey, I can do it. That's why I'm doing it from the ground up. I'm not doing it once I'm up and saying, hey, this is how I got here. I want you to see how I'm going. I want you to see the mistakes that I make, because guess what? Some of the mistakes I make, some of the mistakes you might make. Or if I can make the mistake and learn from it, I can prevent you from making the mistake. Also, I want you to see me make these mistakes as well as see my success so that you can know that you can do it too. Hey, I've been to prison, but guess what? You'll never know from my success. I'm not walking around with I've been to prison, everything is against me. No, I'm not that type. This is the type I am. You got to show me I can't. You got to show me why the answer is no. Because in my head, it's a yes. And sometimes it's not a no, it's a how. That's a gem. You can take that and run with it. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and make sure I see you in the next video. I'm going to be looking in the audience. I'm going to be looking for you. Yeah, okay. Let me see who we here. Okay, I see you. I see you. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm going to be looking for y'all again for the next video. All right, I'm out.